Welcome back to Space Engineers, and we're on the second episode. A few things to do today. We need to get that windmill set up, new wind turbine, and we need to move everything up from the starting pod into the little factories we've got here, the basic setup, and then we need to go get some iron out of the bottom of the mine. So we'll move the stuff up first. That way we've got faster building. There's not much in here. There really should be enough there to put together. Is there anything in the seat we want to take? Yes, we'll take these. And we'll take this little bit of scrap because it'll be able to deal with that scrap. And we will take the data pad because we can break that down. And we're almost out of light. Things are going to get very dark here soon. We will do the Alt and middle click and drop everything. This is a refinery, that's the problem. We need to put it over here into the assembler. And go to production, disassembly, and tell it to tear down everything. That'll give us a little bit more tools. Put it back on assembly. We will remember this time. Now we need to, instead of flying up, we'll just use the G menu and type in TUR so we get turbine. Add one to the build planner. There we go. Put everything into production. And while we're here as well, we'll go to production and we will make 10 extra construction components so we can put some lights up around this base, otherwise it is going to get very dark on here. And we're going to run out of iron by the looks of this. Or maybe not. Might be just enough. Computers, interior plates. All components, there we go. And we've got plenty of hydrogen, jump, thrust. And now we should have enough power for this base to run indefinitely down to the ground. Okay, let's pop over to the drill. Let's go get some iron. On the way past, we will give ourselves a boost of hydrogen. We can't tear down any of this stuff here on the drop pod until after we've found some silver, because we tear down that survival kit, there won't be enough silver left. Okay, and we'll just right click our way down to here. We want to go straight to the iron now that we've got a basic refinery. Nearly there. Might help if we crouch. How did our path go? Oh, we must have already been crouching. It's pretty steep. Looks like we've come in over the top of it. Let's work back uphill. Seem to cut better hills when you go back uphill. Oh, so we're going to have to turn and go this way. It's underneath us. There we go, now we're into the iron. This is the stuff we want. Mine up some of this.
Inventory full.
So I wonder how much we got. Not very much. Most of it is
Inventory
rock.
full.
Oh, we'll take it and process it. And after we get a little bit of ore processed, we'll start on a buggy. Get some light down first, but then we'll start on a buggy so that we can do a little bit of a scout around to find the remaining materials that we need. Still need to find silver and magnesium. Give me all that nice iron. How much did we get this time? That's a better haul. Yes, it seems like we've made the hole quite away from where the base is, but I have done that on purpose because as we build the base, it'll be further down the hill, and so the base will actually build towards the iron mine. We don't want to have it too close anyway because we want to have machines driving down there. If it's too close, the machines will start breaking up the base as we're digging.
Inventory full.
That seems like a better haul. Yes, and now we have a decent amount of iron to work with. Okay, we'll grab out these construction components. And we will put down some lights. Can I make lights? Or do I need to unlock something? No, I can make lights. One interior light. We'll put one of them there. And of course I think I've welded up the wrong thing. I have. Let's make 10 more. I'm gonna have to fly up, I think. we go. Let's look at this. Let's change this figure to 235, which gives it a slight yellowish tinge. Put the radius up to max. Intensity on 4. That's better. Now we have a bit of light here. And we'll do the same thing up on here. We'll put one up on top of here. Oh, we've already got them on the board. We must be too far away. Let's have a couple of steel plates. Put a little bit more floor under here. Now will it let us adjust it? Yes. And we want that on 235. And this is a control, and a left click allows you to manually type it in. Oh, we better set the range to full as well so that it fills the whole area with light. Okay, with these extra blocks, we want to be on 4. Actually, we should go Shift P and fix the color too. And we want to make our build area here a little bit bigger. We've run out. Make 20 more. And while we're here, we will rename this and we'll call it the K10 base. Right, let's put a few more blocks on here. So we need somewhere where we can build our rover on. And we will put up a... I have the wrong shape. Doesn't matter, we'll use that one. And one more on top so that we can put a light on here. Okay, for some reason I'm having all sorts of trouble trying to get onto those lights today. Let's fix the numbers. 235, full radius, intensity 4. There we go, we should have enough light here to have a bit of a build area. We might actually make it just a little bit bigger. And we really needed one more. That'll do. Okay, we also want to be able to drive down off this edge, so we'll grab some of these ones. Put a ramp here on the end. So that we can drive off of here. Okay, now I don't do the normal thing of let's put down a we make rotors. We can make rotors. And we'll put a rotor on here. We won't actually build it. pull out our grinder and we'll take the head off it. Get on the control panel here and our rotor incomplete, and we will add a small head to it. And that gives us somewhere to build up of a small grid. Okay. We do need to make a few more of these. Give us 50 more, and while they're making, we'll go get another lot of iron ore. Well, it's pouring rain. I actually think we need to stop here. And we need to grab a drink. And a packet of chips. Chips back, we've got to wait for to actually eat them before we can grab a drink. Grab a quick charge up of there. Back down the hole again. Half and half. Drop everything off in there so it starts processing. And we will grab out our, and I will need some interior plates as well. Yeah, a couple. There we go. Okay, the first thing we want to place on here is some wheels. And we want right wheels on the right side, left wheels on the left side. And buggy will be built facing that way, and I'll bump that, which was rather silly. Oh, we're going to have to build up in the air a little bit here. And that's going to make it fall over. And it's going to make me build this rotor, I know it. Okay, we'll build the left ones first. This is only going to be a very small rover. Put that one on there. And then a right side one on here. Make sure we put it up the right way. Okay, right click that one, right click that one, and that one. And let's put all these parts into production. Now on here we want to put some batteries. We can make batteries, I hope. Oh, we can't make batteries yet. Oh no, there they are, I see them. We don't want the big ones. Oh, okay, there's a new block I have not seen before. We just want the little batteries. And we want one of them there and one of them there. Now this little buggy is going to need An ore detector. Can I make an ore detector? I can. Standard ore detector there, and I don't think yet I can make an antenna. No, I cannot. What do I need to do to make an antenna? I think I have to build a beacon first. So what we'll do is we'll come out here and we'll just drop a small grid beacon on the ground. 6, that makes it small grid. Right click on that. I'll put those parts into production. We'll grab out all our goodies from here. Let's build up some of this stuff. And I have put that wheel on upside down. Yeah, that's good. Well done. Need to put another small block on here, otherwise it's going to fall off when I grind it away. Back to that one, and it's going to make me build this. And we will right click on it and put the parts into production. Grab out what we can. Be able to build this thing now. Only got to build it to the hack point and grind it down, and now we should be able to build an antenna. Oh, I think I need to put a ramp here. 5. We can get up nice and easy. Back to welding. All parts withdrawn. Or so it claims. Okay, what's going wrong here? Why isn't it letting me drop everything? All those materials back in there. Okay, reckons we're missing parts for that. Grab the parts for that, and that, and that, and that. And we should have an antenna in the list now, we do. And we don't have any blocks on us. And grab the parts for that. Shift, middle click to put everything in. Now we'll be able to rotate that the correct way. Build the little head on here. Back and grab all the rest of the stuff. It's got to be that I'm not lighting up the actual port when I'm trying to click on it. Water detector, a battery, and another battery. Okay, let's have a go at standing this up now. The rotor. Let's turn up the braking torque a little bit to about the same as the actual torque. Right click on it and set it to 0, and when it gets close to 0 we'll click OK and it should stop. You can see it flipping our buggy back up the right way again. And the silly thing I forgot to do was I forgot to lock the rotor after I made it. It's close enough. And now we will lock the rotor and it won't move away on us. Now we can put in our left side wheel, 8. And this time we will turn it up the correct way. It'll be too close, otherwise it won't put the wheel on there for us. Add it to the build planner. We probably already have most of the parts for it. No, only steel plates. And shift click to put everything in the build planner. All components successfully withdrawn. Okay, now the next thing we want on here is a antenna, just so we don't lose it while we're out in the... Add them to the build planner. All components, because I'd already made them all. Okay, the next thing on our little buggy is we want to have a cockpit. Put it there. We want to have the... What is that? Oh, okay, there's another new block I haven't seen yet. Okay, perhaps it's not a cockpit we're after. So what other options have we got? Oh, it's in a control seat. That's why we're not finding it. Okay, that's an interesting one. A passenger bench. Passenger seat, passenger seat. Oh, they've got a 2-wide one now. That's nice. And this is the one we're after, the buggy cockpit. Pop the buggy cockpit on there. And we'll come back and we'll grab some more batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4 more batteries on the front. And now we want a left side wheel. And we want a right side wheel. And the last thing to finish it off is we want to put a couple of little blocks on the front. And one here. And that's a very simple buggy. It's all you need to get started. Put all of these items on the build planner. Build planner is full. Grab out all the parts we can. Do some building. we're starting to get a little bit low. We can't quite hop in that seat yet. So we'll put all of these deposited and put everything into production for the rest of the build. Reckons it's going to make a lot of components. Pick up all of what's built. Okay, and we've got a cockpit. We can hop in here and grab a quick charge. There we go. All components successfully withdrawn. And these 6 small batteries should give us quite a bit of run time for such a small little buggy. Okay, why am I missing parts and got parts that I don't need? What didn't get built? Okay, let's have a look at the build planner. Nothing on the build planner. Need parts for that. Need parts for that. And dump everything we've got. Put the couple missing bits into production. Now we should have everything. Now we need to hop into the little buggy. Let's grab the batteries and we'll call this battery number 1. And grab all the batteries and we will call it Buggy Bats. And save them ones into a group. And then we'll grab all the wheels. Buggy wheels and save. And that should be everything we need in groups on here so far. With the buggy bats, we will set them to recharge so these batteries are charged in a hurry. Because once they're charged, we can drop it down off the platform. Now, the next one we're going to grab some of these heavy armor panels and put them there. Let's hope we've got a few steel plates left in here. We have, and it might be just enough. We want to build in the underside of here with some blocks. One of these should be a, that's the one we're after. Up on there. There and back to the full size flat, and let's plate the bottom of this so that if we bottom it out, we've got just a little bit of protection before it goes bang. And back to the half size ones. Where are they? That one. Spin it around. And we do want to put some blocks here on the side. There's twice. No, it's just not going to let me have it. Let's try. There we go. Now we've got it. We can put a little pod on the side of here. Half block. Gives us something to stand on. Oh, we run out of steel plates. Make 30 more. Plenty for the moment. Okay, weld all these up. I haven't made these any easier to weld. We need to find some cobalt by the looks of this. And it reckons we need more steel plates. So we can at least put the steel plates in. I'm going to make them just a little bit stronger. These used to be a real problem to weld. You used to have to put a small grid welder on the ground and put a battery on it and put your stuff in it and turn it on. Just sort of let it sit there on the platform and build up. And there we go, all built. Okay, the last thing to put on here then is we need some of these ones. No, actually we might use the number 5s. And we'll quickly jump up on top of here. Might look better if we put a little bit of a nose cone on top of here. Let's go for 5. And we are out of steel plates again. We won't disassemble the construction components because we'll need a few of those. But we'll pull everything else to bits that it made too much of. Get to some of our iron back. Right, now we should have enough. Only for 12. Put it back on disassembling. And we'll put a little bit of a nose cone on here. On this point here, we will come to these little half blocks. We'll face them that way. And let's have a look at lights here now. Spotlights, and I'm pretty sure they're hiding in with the spotlights. Not those ones, these ones are the ones we're after. Oh, because we need construction components and a little bit of glass. Assembly. Well, let us place them. No. Come under here. There we go. We'll put a headlight there. And a headlight there. And let's weld up all these things. Oh. And what's on our build plan? Just 2 headlights. And that should be all of the buggy built now, apart from the cobalt we need. Why did that not draw them out? Must be short one of those. And we have got some lights. And the last thing to do is to give this thing some paint. So I'll go into P, and we'll go for a blue. And no, we want a darker blue than that. So we'll go 240. That looks a bit better, and we want to blacken it up a little bit, so we'll go for 25, and we want to go for some, we might try this Woodland Camo. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, pull out a block, and it's middle mouse button to paint it. Okay, we'll paint everything. I'm pretty sure it's Control Shift middle mouse, and that paints the entire grid. Okay, now we'll go for some paint for our wheels, and we want to take the retro future armor. We want to make it as close to chrome as we can. Okay, let's put in 10 on that. And 95 on that. Looks pretty good to me. And our wheels in with chrome. And then, oh, wrong button. Back into the menu, then we want the carbon fiber. And we want it almost black. Give me 10, 10. And we also want it reddish. A little bit yellow. So I'll also give you a 10. Slightly oranged. A little bit too much orange, I think. Take some orange out of it. Ah, get up on there. And we want to paint the lights with that. And there we go, that's our buggy built. Let's pull that bit off. And it was, which one here is in the wrong spot? This one. Drop everything back in there. Hop in here and grab a charge. And while we're in here, we will have a look and see how our batteries are doing. And we are all fully charged. All batteries are fully charged. Okay, we can go to our G menu, and I like to put my batteries on 4, put the recharge on and off. And we need to finish setting up the buggy wheels. The other things we need, actually, we need to group the headlights. So come back out and we'll grab our 2 headlights. And put them in a group called buggy lights. And change them to 235. Intensity should be fine. Don't want any blinks. Auto detector, we want to adjust it up to full length. Our antenna, We want to remove some of the distance of a bit. We only need to see it from, we'll say 1500 meters. And we'll have it show the ship name. Okay, groups again. Put our headlights on number 1. Toggle them on and off. Okay, and we want our ore detector on and off, and the antenna on and off. And of course it's going to show this up nice and high. Now we have to work out which ones are the correct wheels. And it should be the second one. The name's too long, so we'll get rid of some of the... And wheel number 2 should be the front. Get rid of some of this name as well. And it should be right rear. In the wrong spot. Name. And the rear shouldn't have steering. Change the name on this one. Number 2 should be a front. And the last one should be a rear. Or I've got them the wrong way around, I bet. Now let's have a look at our steering now. I have. So the left ones need to swap. So this one is a rear. With no steering, and this one is a front. Has steering. Okay, power, we've actually got too much there. We want to turn it down a little bit. Strength will be a little bit too soft. We'll put it up a little bit to 12. Height offset's fine. Both front wheels, we want to have a look at our steering angle. And we'll turn that up to 24. And our top speed, we do not want to be going that extreme. We will set it to 120 kilometers an hour. And we will also turn down our friction so that we do not get grip rolls. And that should be our buggy set up, ready to go. We can grind it off the platform. And then we'll leave this here. We've got it ready to do the next small grid build on when we do it. And what we'll actually do is, because it makes it nice and easy for the base, it doesn't take quite as much materials. Do I have one steel plate? No, I have no steel plates. Grab a steel plate here, and we will put a battery on here. Just a large grid battery, but it gives just a little bit of a buffer for the base to have for power. We will paint it base color. There we go. Just nicely on there like that. Add it to build planner. Set it to production. Which we're not going to have enough materials for it. We're going to have to go do another dig. And it has started to get very dark here now. We'll fill up everything on the way past here. Dig up a little bit more iron, because I'm pretty sure it'll be iron that we're out of. pouch, so we're actually digging the iron and not the stone above it.
Inventory full.
And get this back into processing again. And yes, I thought it'd be iron, we're out of. We've still got plenty of nickel and silicone. Three steel plates. That's all our batteries, and I only need one more steel plate, all components. Now we have a battery on the base. Even though it's a small grid battery, because it's on the rotor and connected to the base, it will charge off of those up there. And we'll also build this one and this one, just so they don't give us any problems with them being close to the ground and we accidentally run into them. Knock that tower down, put those deposited and put them into production. And then we'll go for a little drive in our buggy and see if we can find some more ores. Almost got them all made. One construction component, all components successful. I should check, and I make better drills and all the hand tools in this basic assembler. Production, tools, I can. Let's make some better tools. Would be an idea to make a gun too. Wouldn't hurt. So what ammunition does this thing take, I wonder? The M is an R50A. MR 20 magazines, in which we won't be able to make them until we get some magnesium powder. So what is missing here for these? Oh, these two need cobalt. We can upgrade our drill and put the other drill in there. And just disassemble that one. Better fix that up on the tools, on the hotbar. Right, let's go for a drive in our little buggy. We need to turn it off of recharge. I think our suspension is just a little bit too tough. And the other thing we didn't put on here was a handbrake, which is in the buggy cockpit. Number 9, parking on and off. Into the control panel, wheels, suspension is too stiff. Let's turn it back down to 7. Now we've got just a little bit of suspension. Oh, look, and here's cobalt right here in a boulder. So we'll do a GPS marker here. GPS CO rock. We don't want to go too fast because, yes, our visibility is rather bad. Probably should have a look and see what these lights are doing. And for some reason, I don't think we're getting the distance that we're meant to get out of those mod lights. Even being such a tiny little buggy, this thing is surprisingly stable, and it jumps very well as well. It's got a very low centre of gravity with those heavy armour plates along the bottom. I probably should name this grid too. Let's go to the info and give it a name. We'll call it K10 Scout Buggy. Let's not run into the tree. Whoa, there we go, that's nickel. Nickel and silicone, so what we had listed there is correct. A little bit more of a drive around, maybe there's some magnesium here with it. Okay, we'll head over to where we had this gold at. Hopefully there's some silver over here, because we do need a little bit of silver. Even with those small batteries, we're getting quite a bit of run time out of this little tiny buggy. It's barely got anything on it. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on? The buggy needed a gyroscope. It actually needed 2 gyroscopes. So yes, that ended ungloriously, didn't it? We'll have to come pick this one here up at a later date. Well, that was the end of that. There is a nasty hill on the side of the... What did we lose? We lost the cockpit. We lost the lights. We lost 1 battery there. And we've lost the antenna and the... Okay, well, we'll mark the spot. GPS. Buggy crash. So that we know where to come back to get our ship back again. Forgot to put some gyros on it. Needs to have 2 gyros on it. One for you to be able to control and one on override, set for all zeros, which prevents it from tipping over. It looks like the only thing we're going to find here is gold. Either it's the only thing that's shallow enough for this little hand drill. We really do need to find some silver. And usually where there's gold, there's also silver, which is a little bit of a surprise that there isn't any. It's very surprising that there is no silver here with the gold. Quite a big gold deposit though. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen, looking at how far they tracks me around. So we won't have any shortages of gold. And it has gotten very, very, very dark. And the ice in front of us, that's the lake. Oh, look, there we go, some silver. Down here on the lake. But it is very, very, very deep. 100 meters down, 87 meters down. So we need to mark a GPS here. GPS AG. And now if we come back 80 meters from that marker, we'll be rather high on the side of a hill. We'll crouch down and start digging down. Now if we dig down on a 45-degree angle, we should end up at the silver. Because Pythagoras. Engineers are supposed to use mathematics, aren't they? Glad this blue drills a little bit quicker than what the base one does. Oh, and I think we've got the problem. I think the... Oh, we've struck gold. We'll go over the top of the gold. I don't think we've got a choice. I think we're going to have to go down through the gold. There's the silver there. Have to go through the gold. I don't think the basic assembler can actually handle gold and silver. I won't be able to do anything with this until... We're not actually in it, are we? No. Until we get a proper refinery built. We're getting close to it now. Oh, now we're in it. Very good. So this hole has got both gold and silver in it. Smooth off the start of the hole a bit. So what I'll actually do here is I'll put another GPS marker and call it AU AG, and we'll come in here and we will remove the original ones because this will mark the opening of the hole. Oh, and that's where we'll end today's episode, and when we come back with the next one, we'll do a rescue and we will get the full-size refinery and a full-size assembler built so that we can start processing some of this silver and gold and get the survival kit moved. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.